During the heat of the Clone Wars, the Jedi Order began rushing Younglings and Padawans through the rankings, often skipping their Jedi trials in order to increase their forces and produce more Jedi Commanders and Generals to help with the war effort against the separatists. Unfortunately, however, despite the process being much faster and much more easy, some Jedi Padawans simply weren't good enough to be promoted. So, I'm going to break down the story of the 3 Jedi Rejects who were able to defend their homeworld from the vicious onslaught of the separatist army. Before we get into it, make sure to smash the subscribe button for more awesome Star Wars lore content. Tomorrow I will also be releasing my prediction video for The Mandalorian Chapter 10, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be a massive episode. The story begins on the distant Outer Rim world of Dantooine, where 3 members of the Jedi Order are living out their lives as farmers after failing to progress any further in their Jedi training. After failing their Jedi training at the Academy on Coruscant, these younglings were reassigned to the Jedi Service Corps and further to the Agriculture Corps. Because of this, they were forced to move to the planet Dantooine and serve the Jedi Order in other ways instead of becoming a Jedi Knight and being a peacekeeper. While one of the farmers, named Was, was ploughing his luscious green fields, he is quickly shrouded in darkness as he looks up to witness a fleet of separatist ships entering the atmosphere of Dantooine. This sends Was into a deep panic, causing him to sprint back into the nearby housing area where the other Jedi Rejects were also living and contributing to the small little community that they had formed. As Was arrives inside of the large building, he frantically shouts out to the others, "They're here." The rest of the Jedi failures are incredibly confused, asking, "Who? The Jedi?" But Was quickly responds, telling the group that the separatists have arrived at their peaceful settlement. The others are in complete disbelief that the separatists would attack such a peaceful world, and even go as far as to say they would rather them attack the Jedi Academy on Coruscant, which they were of course kicked out of. In response to this, Was kicks some sense into the group, telling them that it doesn't matter, but they do need to evacuate everyone immediately. And let me know in the comments down below, after you finish the story, which of the 3 is your favorite failed Jedi. Unfortunately, before they can go forward with the evacuation, a horde of B-1 battle droids quickly cuts the group of kids off, leaving them surrounded with nowhere to run but back inside, where they would be trapped and easily killed. Because of this, Was then suggests that the group clear a path through the battle droids, but the boy next to him, Zach, responds saying, "How? We don't have weapons." Was then quickly responds saying, "We have them outnumbered, but only if you ask your friends for help." Zach and the girl have absolutely no idea what Was is talking about, causing them incredible confusion. Immediately following this, one of the B-1 battle droids reports to his commander that they are picking up a serious amount of unusual tectonic activity. The B-1 commander then responds to this asking, "What? This planet has no history of tectonic activity," but is quickly cut off by the sound of a thumping horde of Dantooine creatures. The massive animals then bulldoze the entire unit of B-1 battle droids, crushing them and breaking them to bits. The young Force-sensitive female is absolutely shocked by this, asking how Zach was able to pull off such a thing. Was then tells her that Zach is particularly attuned to the Force ability known as Animal Bond or Animal Connection, which allowed him to tame the beasts to his will and direct them as he wished. This of course is also the same ability that Ezra Bridger used in Star Wars Rebels and that Obi-Wan Kenobi used on Ryloth in the Clone Wars series. Moments after this, Was and the girl rush out of the building past the totally destroyed battle droid units. As they do this, however, the girl asks Was why they aren't running towards the Jedi airships above, which is their only way to safety. Was quickly responds saying, "I'm not running, we got kicked out of the academy, I'm not letting them kick us out of here." He then tells the girl to get the other Jedi Rejects into the airship while he rushes towards a nearby tractor. As the two rush off in their separate directions, a flurry of blaster fire is quickly hurled in their direction as another group of droids quickly move in. Was manages to dodge the incoming fire, leaping into the nearby tractor, but as he is mounting it, the ignition key unfortunately drops out of his pocket and onto the green grass below. He very soon realizes his mistake, sending him into a panic as the blaster fire from the droids continues to ring out all around him, but luckily he quickly spots the key on the ground. While this is happening, Zach is lying lazily on the luscious grass with his animal friends and is quickly ambushed by a unit of B-1 battle droids. In the same way, the young girl was also ambushed, with the battle droids chasing her back to cover inside of the nearby storehouse. Once inside, the girl then drops to her knees with tears streaming down her face, reminding herself over and over again to master her own fear. As this is happening, Was then uses all of his previous training and casts all of his past failures out of his mind, attempting with all of his might to use the Force to grab the key to the tractor. Cutting straight back to the girl, she manages to harness the power of the Force and surrounds herself with levitating farming tools as Zach is completely surrounded by B-1 battle droids. The B-1 commander then firmly tells the young boy, "We have you surrounded." But Zach has a smile on his face and responds, "That's what I was going to say," before revealing that he was once again able to use his animal connection force ability to surround the battle droids with his animal friends. The young girl inside the storehouse is also completely surrounded, but she is able to continue using her force power to summon a metal pipe to her hand, while the other farming tools are levitating around her. Moving back to Was, he finally manages to break through his struggle and harness his force telekinesis to grab the key and use the tractor to crush the B-1 battle droids, sending them fleeing in horror. After this, the girl was able to use the metal pipe as a replacement for a lightsaber, gracefully deflecting the blaster bolts fired at her and using it to slice the battle droids in two. She does eventually become overwhelmed by the immense fire against her, but she's able to use her full potential in the Force to destroy each of the droids with a thumping crash. It's honestly so awesome to see this group be able to use their Force powers for something meaningful, despite being kicked out of the Jedi Academy. Soon after, Zach arrives with his animal friends and travels atop them to collect Was, who he can sense is in the outer fields through the Force. Once they ride out to the fields, they witness Was going absolutely crazy, destroying droid tanks and intending to stay on Dantooine, giving the others an opportunity to escape. Zach, however, says that sacrifice is a Jedi trait, but we do not abandon our own. As Was continues to wreak havoc on the droid forces, he begins to lose hope, but knows that what he is doing will save the lives of many of his fellow Jedi. Fortunately for him, however, the Jedi airship quickly approaches him, casting a large dark shadow over the area, bringing a smile to his face as he now knows that he will live to serve another day as a Jedi. Finally, the Jedi airship is able to land safely and collect the young boy, safely bringing him aboard and reuniting him with his fellow Jedi from the Agriculture Corps. Once aboard, Zach calls to set a course for Coruscant. Was is pleasantly surprised by this, realizing that they are being taken back to the Jedi Academy. And to end the story, Zach says, "Of course, I'd say it's about time we graduated," as they zoom through hyperspace on a course back to the Jedi Temple. Once there, they will very likely receive a direct automatic promotion because of their brave actions on Dantooine, and those actions will likely count towards their Jedi trials. Let me know down below if you think this group of failed Jedi will eventually go on to become great Jedi and graduate to become full Jedi Knights. Either way, they were probably slaughtered by Anakin inside of the Jedi Temple if they did go back, so maybe we should hope that they weren't accepted back into the main Jedi Order. So that was the story of a group of Jedi Rejects who banded together and used the Force abilities that they didn't even realize they had to defend their farming settlement on Dantooine in the name of the Jedi Order. But let me know what you thought of the story down below. Who was your favourite? Also, make sure you let me know down in the comments what you think the girl Jedi should be named. As is pretty common with these stories, many of the characters are sadly never given a name, so let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe for more awesome Star Wars lore content. Also make sure to stay tuned for my Mandalorian Chapter 10 prediction tomorrow. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.